Oh, this is really neat here. That there is made out of an old tire. I remember when I was a kid, people used to do that. See, that's the rim. There's the tire. They cut the tire and fold it up, and they'd make little, so it looked like a flower just about, a scarlet pot or something, and they'd plant flowers in it. I haven't seen one of those in years and years, but that's what that is. They were really common when I was a kid. They were very common. Anyway, it's nice to see stuff like that. All right, I'm heading back to my truck. Yeah, you can see the guy here. He's an old Chrysler mechanic. He's kept a bunch of old vehicles, old Dodges and stuff. You don't often see a Plymouth Horizon or a Dodge Omni. I'm not sure which one that is now, but you don't often see those anymore. But if anybody could keep one of those running, it would be him. Really good mechanic. Anyway, yeah, it's time to head back to Perth, I think. This was a nice little walk down memory lane, but it's time to head back to Perth. We can't just hang around forever. All right. Oh, goodness. Yes. Alrighty. All right. Away we go. Oh, oh, oh. It is beautiful country up here. It's rough country, but that's I think what makes it beautiful, really, is the fact that it is as rough as it is. Yeah. Here's closest store up on the hill. Yeah. There are stories that there's a lot of money buried on the property there. I don't know if those stories are true or not, but according to a friend of mine who's passed away now, who was actually their niece, there were a lot of, her uncle told her that he had buried the money on the property, all their money, and that nobody would ever find it. And, people of their generation used to do that, so it's entirely possible. I would never presume to say it didn't happen. That could also be why the store got all tore apart, after it closed up. I have some pictures that I took of it in 1982, and it was still intact, really. It was getting a little rough by that time because it had already been closed for a few years, but it wasn't like it is now at all. Anyway, got all the lumber in there, the old sawmill. They just walked away. They did. All right. Anyway, lots of hills. This is what it's like up here. Yeah, I remember driving my cab up here and having to deal with unruly customers on these roads. Guys that were putting their hands over my eyes from the back seat so I couldn't see, punching me in the back of the head, doing all kinds of stuff, sometimes in freezing rainstorms and everything else. It's pretty scary at times. All right, I'm going to get off here now. I'm getting on to the more or less main road here. We'll see you later.